Paris Saint-Germain retained top spot in the Ligue Conforama with an 8-0 thrashing of Dijon. Angel Di Maria, the former Manchester United man, opened the ball with a delightful shot. And it was the first goal, the first of many for the Parisians. In a night to forget for Dijon. Neymar thought he had scored, but the ball was going wide, so it was helped in by his teammate. But then the show really started as Edinson Cavani scored the third one, equaling Zlatan Ibrahimovic's 155-goal record for Paris Saint-Germain. Neymar added a delightful free kick. 4-0 for Paris at half-time. Another 4 goals to come in the second half. Neymar getting his second of the evening after a composed finish. And this, the pick of the lot. What a run. 4 players, 5 players, 6 players, and the goalkeeper. The world's most expensive player in unstoppable form. Absolutely brilliant. Paris, who are 11 points clear at the top of the standings and seemingly racing towards another league title. The Brazilian managed to get 4 goals on the night after he converted the penalty. Their next match is against Lyon on Sunday. The Lyonnais, who are now second in the standings after their captain Nabil Fekir helped them to a 2-0 victory over Guingamp. After Monaco's draw, Lyon were able to comfort their second place. It was the same story for Marseille. Rudy Garcia's men continuing their positive run. And it was a first goal by Clinton NJIE in the 80th minute, which allowed Marseille to take third spot, and then Dimitri Payet added a delightful second. Marseille continue their surge towards Champions League football. Monaco's start to 2018 has not been great, and despite Giacabbi opening the score in the first half, it was another disappointing result for Leonardo Yardim's men, as first Balotelli equalised, and then the Italian added a second, therefore bettering every single record he's had in any other club. He has now scored more goals for Nice than any other team. Radamel Falcao added a 92nd equaliser. After losing to Paris last week, Nantes were looking to get back to winning ways, but a Toulouse side in desperate need of points got a penalty in the 95th minute. Penalty converted by Max Gradel. Nantes remain in 5th place. Toulouse remain in the bottom 3. Montpellier had the best defence in the league, and it was a beautiful strike which opened the score for them. But against a relegation-threatened Amiens, it was Moussa Konaté who got the equaliser, 1-1. Lille's win had given them fresh wind in the sails for Christian Galtier's new team. Junior Alonso's goal seemingly setting them on their way, but a mistake by Mike Mignon, the goalkeeper, allowed Rennes back into the match before the captain scored. Rennes move up into 9th. Caen were without their captain and goalkeeper Rémi Vercoute, but all the action in their match against Bordeaux was at the other end of the pitch, as first Ivan Santini scored the opener, and then as Bordeaux were pushing for an equaliser, Ronny Rodelin managed one of the goals of the season, shooting from halfway to give Caen a much-needed 2-0 victory. Bordeaux are now back in a relegation dogfight. Metz continue their impressive run as they bid to stay in the top flights of French football. First, Jesse Moulin brought down Nolan Roux, the striker who gifted Metz an equaliser in the 89th minute just a week ago. Emmanuel Rivière converted it. Roux then passed it on to De Savy. 2-0 for Metz. In terrific form, Saint-Etienne helpless And it was Roux, the former Vert man, who added a third. Metz 3, Saint-Etienne 0. In the bottom of the table clash, Angers needed a win, and it is exactly what they got. As Romain Thomas got the opening goal, Kaoui brought things level for the visitors. Troyes themselves just above Angers in the standings, but another headed goal by Thomas gave them the lead. And then Capel added a third to round off a brilliant night. Angers have a little bit of breathing space at the bottom. A fantastic week of football, goals on every pitch. Paris Saint-Germain's 8-0 thrashing of Dijon, the main result. Wins also for Marseille and Lyon. At the top of the table, Paris Saint-Germain seem unstoppable. Lyon are now in second, Marseille in third, Monaco dropped to fourth. Rennes are now back in the top half of the table. Metz keep making up ground at the bottom of the table as they bid to survive in the Ligue Conforama. Lille are just outside the relegation zone. Losses as well for Bordeaux and Saint-Etienne put them back in a relegation dogfight. And at the weekend, the ball will be opened when Marseille travel to Caen. The fixtures to watch: Nice take on Saint-Etienne, Monaco against Metz, and of course Lyon, who will host Paris.